Have you ever faced a situation so bleak that hope seemed like a distant memory? Can the murmur of salvation ever be heard amidst the relentless storm of despair? What if you discovered that the seeds of divine intervention could be planted in the very soil of adversity you tread upon? These questions are not just introspective exercises. They are a doorway to understanding one of the most powerful narratives within the Bible, the story of the birth of Moses, found in Exodus chapters 1 through 2, verses 1 to 10. In this ancient tale, long before Moses became the legendary leader of the Exodus, we encounter his first critical chapter, a humble beginning that defied the oppressive reality of his time. We're set in the bustling heart of Egypt, where the Israelites find themselves unwanted and oppressed. Subjected to brutal labor by Pharaoh, their cries barely reach the heavens above. Yet even in this dark backdrop, an unexpected story of resilience and divine orchestration unfolds, teaching us that strength often emerges in the most unlikely places. Let me take you on this journey, where desperation meets divine deliverance. A mother's loving act defies death as she places her infant son in a waterproof basket and sets him adrift along the Nile's current. Her heart aches with fear for his safety, yet her spirit clings to hope against all odds. This compelling narrative immediately reveals the depth of courage fueled by faith, an example as relevant today as it was then. Have you ever paused to consider how faith, no matter how fragile, can become the agent of change? Even amidst Pharaoh's oppressive decree to cast Hebrew newborns into the river, an act of desperation ignites a chain reaction of miraculous events. As the basket gently floats past reeds and river creatures, it encounters the daughter of Pharaoh. A peculiar twist of fate, or dare I say, divine providence. Her compassion compels her to pick up the child, starting the young Moses on his path to becoming a leader who would eventually guide his people out of bondage. Could it be that what appears to be the end is simply a divine beginning? This is where the story transcends its historical roots to speak directly into our lives. Do you sometimes feel like you're drifting with no sense of direction? Remember, like the Nile cradle, unseen hands may be guiding you toward unexpected grace and provision. In times of hardship, it's easy to overlook the flickers of possibility, but this story encourages us to seek the divine in the details, to trust the unseen course when all seems lost. The actions of these brave women, Moses' mother, his sister Miriam watching vigilantly from a distance, and the compassionate Egyptian princess, seem like small ripples against a vast current of struggle. However, those ripples converge to alter the tide of history. How often do we underestimate the quiet, seemingly inconsequential deeds in our own lives? Within the chaos of Egypt's societal backdrop, these women stood firm, their subtle defiance shimmering like stars against a dark sky. As the story unfolds, we find an embrace of a future not yet realized, echoing the verses of Jeremiah 29:11. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." There's solace in knowing that unseen realms work tirelessly for our well-being, even when the present seems daunting. From a basket floating on the Nile, Moses' life signifies the transformative journey from surviving to thriving, a symbolic passage mirroring our struggles and walk of faith today. Do you notice how personal trials often serve as transformative crucibles, shaping and equipping us for greater purposes? Reflect upon Moses' trajectory. From a child of desperation to a liberator, each stage brimming with lessons of faith, courage, and providence. Have you felt the same? That compelling urge to trust something greater than yourself, even when the path isn't clear? Moses' story inspires us to nurture faith enough to launch us into the waters of the unknown, securing our belief that divine hands will cradle and direct us to safety and purpose. Before concluding, let's pause for a moment. If you too believe that there's a divine script amidst life's messiness, guiding us toward our destiny, I invite you to affirm that belief with a simple declaration in the comments. I believe and wait. Let this be our shared testimony, a virtual brotherhood and sisterhood knit together by faith and expectation. In wrapping up today's exploration into Exodus, take with you the profound understanding that divine intervention often germinates from the barren ground of adversity. Seeds of hope and deliverance sprout amid despair, coaxed into life by faith. These biblical truths are not relics of the past, but resonant stories for the now, urging us to find strength where others see vulnerability, to seek light where others perceive only shadow. I hope you carry this wisdom as a lantern along your journey and join me next time as we continue to follow Moses' life in Exodus 2:11 and beyond. Together, we'll walk through each chapter, chronicling the profound lessons waiting in every verse. Until then, stay curious, remain hopeful, and may you find peace and purpose in the divine story that's unfolding all around you.